Hello Superuser. So let's say you had your score set up, and when creating the score you used this little dialog box saying add vertical space, right? Because what that lets you do is, well, when you place a rehearsal marking or something like that, it goes on every single line where you added the vertical space. Plus, you get a little bit of extra space in between those. And this is useful for like if you're trying to divide out separate sections, like in an orchestra, if you do like brass, woodwinds, and then percussion and strings. Each one has their own unique section, and there's space in between so that way you can visually see where it is. You've probably come into this situation before where you added that vertical space, and then you come over here and realize, oh, wait a second, I forgot an instrument. Like, for instance, in woodwind choir, you kind of need alto saxophone. And so you're like, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll come over here to Score Manager, Instrument List, and I'm going to add an instrument. I'm going to add alto sax back in, and it's going to come in the right spot. And then you come over here and look at, oh, this is weird. Tenor sax still gets the rehearsal marking, but now the vertical space is above alto saxophone. So now the question is, how do we fix it? And so here's what we're going to have to do. First, let's solve the rehearsal marking thing. So we're going to come up here to rehearsal marking, edit category. And you can see score lists. That's where we tell Finale where to put the different things. So over here to edit, we'll see that we're looking at score list 1. And in the part, it's always on the top stave, but in the score, it's on the top stave, clarinet, and tenor saxophone. And you're like, oh, maybe that's why it is, because we want it to be playing on alto sax and not tenor sax. So let's mark alto sax like that. Hit OK, hit assign, and we can see there, it's fixed. It's on alto saxophone. Now let's add another score. And it's over there. Now just for fun, let's add a tempo marking, maestosa, right? And you can see it's there, because the score list is the same for every single expression. And so now we fixed one problem. But there's another problem that you might run into. Let's say you forgot to add the add extra space in the first place. So we went over how to already add the expressions, but now we just want to figure out how do we add space on the same staff the entire time. And so let's come over here. I want to say let's add space between clarinet 3 and alto clarinet on every single staff. Come over here to our staff tool, highlight this, and as I highlight it, make sure that it's selected across every single stave. And all you have to do is just drag down. The default is 1.25 as that extra space. You can do more, you can do less. But as you can see, here, let me go over here so we can still look over here. It does it on every single page. So let's set this at 1.25 inches, which is what the default is. And come over here and just edit our categories. That way there's a score list right above alto clarinet. Go like that, and we can see, there we go. We have the same effect as adding the extra space. So fear not if you accidentally forget to add extra space, or if you forget an instrument that affects it. Now you know exactly how to fix it without restarting your score. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to like it below. Each week I post new content on how to use Finale to its fullest. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so that we get notified as soon as a new video comes out.